Welcome to Kambani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only. Welcome to Kambani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only.
Breaking news from Zambia. Former Lunte Member of Parliament and former government minister Mutotwe Kafwaya has been confirmed dead following the joint security operation conducted in Kabulonga, Lusaka. Inspector General of Police Graphel Musamba has confirmed that the previously unidentified man who died following the operation has now been positively identified by his family as Mutotwe Kafwaya. This confirmation brings a dramatic and tragic development to the Kabulonga incident that has generated serious questions and intense public discussion. So what exactly happened on that evening? How did an intelligence-led security operation end with a former minister dead? Who fired first? What was the alleged intelligence that led security officers to that particular residence? And how does the reported recovery of 7.3 million kwacha in an earlier operation connect to what subsequently happened in Kabulonga? Let us examine what the authorities are now saying, and importantly, separate the official allegations from facts that still require investigation. The official account. According to a statement attributed to Inspector General of Police Graphel Musamba, issued on behalf of the Central Joint Operations Committee, or CJOC, an intelligence-led joint operation was conducted in Kabulonga on Friday, 14 August 2026, at approximately 19:30 hours. The operation reportedly involved a joint task force comprising several security agencies, including the Drug Enforcement Commission. According to the official account, the operation followed intelligence gathered after authorities recovered approximately 7.3 million kwacha during an earlier task force operation in Lusaka. That immediately raises an important question. What did investigators discover from the earlier 7.3 million kwacha recovery that led them to this particular Kabulonga residence? Authorities have not yet publicly disclosed the complete intelligence trail, and that connection may become one of the most important elements of this investigation. Police say officers came under fire. The Inspector General's account says that when the joint team arrived at the targeted residence, officers allegedly encountered gunfire and resistance. According to that version of events, security officers then returned fire. During that reported exchange, one man was fatally wounded. He was reportedly rushed to the hospital, but was pronounced dead on arrival. Initially, authorities had not publicly identified the deceased. But social media reports began circulating about the whereabouts of former minister Mutooto Kafwaya. Questions intensified. Where was Kafuaya? Was he injured? Was he detained? Was he receiving treatment? Or had something much more serious happened? We now have the answer authorities have given. According to Inspector General Musamba, Kafuaya's family was contacted and positively identified the deceased as Mutooto Kafwaya. This means that a former cabinet minister and former member of parliament died following an armed encounter involving Zambia's security agencies. That fact alone makes a comprehensive and transparent investigation essential. The big question: what exactly happened? There are now several questions that investigators will have to answer. Authorities say officers came under gunfire. If that is the case, who fired at the officers? Was Mutotwe Kafwaya himself armed? Did he discharge a firearm? Was a weapon recovered from him? What forensic evidence establishes where the first shots came from? How many shots were fired by people inside the property, and how many were fired by security personnel? Were the weapons allegedly recovered, subjected to ballistic examination? Can any particular firearm be connected to bullets or cartridge cases recovered from the scene? These are not minor details. They could be central to establishing precisely how Mutotwe Kafwaya lost his life. 11 people apprehended. The official statement further says that 11 people were apprehended at the premises. Authorities say those individuals remain in custody in connection with alleged offenses relating to treason and any other offenses that may be established during investigations. That word, alleged, is extremely important. Being arrested or investigated does not amount to being convicted. Every person detained remains entitled to due process and the presumption of innocence unless and until guilt is established before a competent court. According to the Inspector General, among those apprehended are reportedly 3 former commandos with specialized military training and 2 retired police officers. That is a significant allegation. But again, the public will need to know much more. Who are these individuals? What exactly are investigators alleging each individual did? And what evidence connects each suspect to the alleged offenses? Firearms and tactical equipment. Security agencies also claim that several items were recovered from the premises. These reportedly include firearms, ammunition, tactical equipment, and electronic devices. Authorities say these items are now undergoing further examination and forensic investigation. That forensic work could be crucial. If firearms were discharged during the operation, ballistic evidence could potentially help establish which weapons were fired. Electronic devices could also provide evidence of communications, movements, or relationships, although their contents and evidential significance have not yet been publicly established. Therefore, it would be premature to conclude what those devices prove before forensic investigations are completed. The 7.3 million kwacha connection. Another major issue requiring explanation is the 7.3 million kwacha. Authorities say intelligence from an earlier operation that recovered the money contributed to the Kabulonga operation. The public therefore deserves a clear explanation of that chain of events. Where exactly was the 7.3 million kwacha recovered? Who allegedly possessed it? Was it recovered as physical cash? If so, in what denominations? Was anyone arrested when it was recovered? What evidence connects that money to the people subsequently targeted in Kabulonga? And perhaps most importantly, what does that money have to do with the alleged treason investigation? Until investigators disclose more evidence, we should not fill those gaps with speculation. What happens next? Inspector General Graphel Musamba has assured the public that investigations will be conducted professionally and in accordance with the law. He has also stated that all suspects will be accorded their constitutional and legal rights. That commitment will now be tested by what happens next. The investigation must establish not only the alleged offenses being investigated, but also the circumstances surrounding Kafuaya's death. His family deserves answers. The detained suspects deserve due process. The security officers involved deserve an evidence-based determination of what occurred. And the Zambian public deserves facts. The questions Zambians will be asking. As this investigation continues, several questions remain unanswered. Number 1. What intelligence connected the earlier 7.3 million kwacha recovery to the Kabulonga property? Number 2. Who fired the first shot during the operation? Number 3. Was Mutotwe Kafwaya carrying or firing a weapon? Number 4. What does the ballistic evidence show? Number 5. Which firearms were allegedly recovered, and who legally owned or possessed them? Number 6. What exactly are the alleged acts that authorities believe could constitute treason? Number 7. What evidence links each of the 11 detained individuals to those alleged offenses? And number 8. Will the government eventually publish a sufficiently detailed account of the operation to allow the public to understand how a former minister ended up dead? In conclusion, tonight, what is no longer merely speculation is the identification announced by the authorities. According to Inspector General of Police Graphel Musamba, the man who was fatally wounded during the Kabulonga security operation has been positively identified by his family as former Lunte MP Mutotwe Kafwaya. But confirmation of his identity does not answer the biggest question. What exactly happened inside that Kabulonga property on the evening of 14 August 2026? That answer must come from evidence, not rumors, not social media speculation, not political loyalties. Evidence. And as more official information emerges, we will continue examining the claims, the evidence, and the unanswered questions surrounding this extraordinary case. For now, our condolences go to the family of Mutotwe Kafwaya following confirmation of his death. May his soul rest in peace. If you want us to continue following this investigation and examining new evidence and official statements as they emerge, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like this video and share it. And tell us respectfully in the comments,